Welcome to the 7 pillars of life. And I'm really happy to be seated with Acharya Dr. Shree Varma, who is an Ayurvedic expert. And of course, as an Ayurvedic doctor, now we know that yoga is completely part of your expertise. So in this series, we are looking at overall health. And today, we speak about a very important chapter, food. So I have a lot of questions about food, like maybe the quantity, when do I have to eat? I've heard a lot of things about intermittent fasting, all these things, and maybe the quality, proteins, all this. Would you like to talk about that? Where are you going to take us? I'm really, really interested to see where these sessions from Ayurveda in your presence, how it's going to help me to live my life better.
See, our life started with when Papa and Mama get unites. We originated as a single cell and it multiplied, and in 10 months we get our physical structure and we get a birth and we grown up as a full form. What made this single cell the growth? What the mother eats, what the mother drinks, what mother breathes, and how she is getting an exposure to the sun, and how her inner immunity. These 5 things made our internal health or internal structure.
The package we are born with. Yeah.
So we says, Panchmahabhuta is the basic ingredient of your physical body. Mm-hmm. So people may look like, how the earth is a part of my body, where the water comes from. It's very simple. Whatever you eat, it is the essence of earth. You put a seed into the earth, we think the tree is coming from the seed. No. The big tree, how it can be in a small form of a seed. The seed is having a mechanism to convert the earth into the tree. Yeah. So every plant derivatives which takes the essence from the earth, and it is the byproduct of the earth is the plant. You be a vegetarian or you be with a non-vegetarian, doesn't matter. Whatever you eat, that is the essence of the earth. What your mother drank, that water being a part of your single cell, and that build these cells into growth. After our birth, to be alive, to be healthy, what is essential? What is the Mahaushad? The biggest medicine in this existence is water. We all know what is the breath. Without breath, we can't exist. Without sunlight, even the plant can't exist in the same way, even human can't exist. And our life energy too. In these 5 aspects, the first and foremost is food. In Tamil, there is a saying, Yenjan udambirku sirase pradhanamnu nenapanga, anal Yenjan udambirku vaire pradhanam. What it means, we all think we have 8 feet body and it functions from our head. That is not true. Your whole body is operating from your stomach. That means what you eat. So, who you are, it depends on what you eat. Yes. So, as per Ayurveda, we say ahara is the fundamental. So, this ahara has to be chosen depend on your hereditary, from where you come from, what is your father's diet habit, what is the genetic memory of your generation, and which land you born and where you are growing, and what is your physical work, and what is your goal of your life. Mm-hmm. Based on all this, the food has to be decided.
So very individual.
Very individual.
Custom made.
Yeah. Very individual. But it is very easy for someone to understand this basic principle and adapt the food what it is helpful for them. We are not telling you eat this, you eat this, you eat this. Ayurveda advises what is not suitable to you, that you avoid. Rest of everything is permitted for you to eat.
That is nice. First permission.
Yes.
Okay.
So Ayurveda Vaidya, he never look at you and says like, okay, you are Vata, you are Pitta, you are Kapha, you are this, you are that, so you eat this. No. We look at these parameters. What is your genetic memory? That's what is your basic prakriti. What this is made up of. Or otherwise, for you to understand, this vehicle can run on a diesel, or it can run on petrol, or it can run on electric, or is it a hybrid model? So this vehicle is made, this engine is made with what mechanism? If the diesel should be the fuel, we say take a good quality of the diesel.
Yeah.
It has to run on the diesel.
Yeah.
If your machine, if a vehicle is the diesel mechanism, we never say you put a petrol, that's good for you. No, not at all. So the basic prakriti is very important. That for you to understand, it is a genetic memory, from where you come from, which breed you are.
Yeah.
That's very important. That the next, from where you come from, where you want to go, what is your destination, what is your goal?
Yes.
To reach this goal, what process you are taking. So most of the humans, we are the hybrid model. We are not a diesel engine, we are not a petrol engine, we are not electric engine.
Okay.
This body to function, 5 electricities are needed. From which source this electricity is produced? Normally we know the electricities are produced from the coal. Coal is the essence of the earth. The electricity is produced from the water. The electricity is produced on the solar. The electricity is produced from the wind. The electricity is produced from atom. So the 5 source of this electricity is getting produced. Even in the science, or even the whole science operates the universe, it is the electricity is an energy. This energy is producing from this 5 source. Without this 5 source, energy or electricity can't be produced. Where there is a solar is implemented, there the wind can't produce electricity. Where the coal has to be put and the electricity produced, the water can't be put there and produce electricity. But the human body is a beautiful mechanism. You put the food is the essence of the earth. It goes inside, it produces electricity. You drink a water which goes inside, which produces electricity. The air goes inside, which produces electricity. How the solar panel receives the sunlight, your skin is receiving the sunlight, it's producing the electricity. When Papa and Mama get unites, Shukrartavasthai Janmadav, your Janma starts, the life energy, the atomic energy is producing your life. The atomic energy production happens inside. So we are a hybrid model.
Again, the 5 elements.
5 elements
Everywhere.
you put in, it produces the electricity. That electricity we call the name Vada, Pitta, Kapha, Agni and Ojas. So to produce this electricity, and this electricity travels in the body in the 7 layers. Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Medas, Asti, Majja, Shukra. Easy to understand. The digestive system, the circulatory system, the muscles, the subcutaneous layer or the skin, the largest organ of your body is the skin, the bone marrow and the nervous system, and your endocrine glands and the immune system. These are the 7 layers.
7 systems.
7 systems, which starts from your digestive system. Digestive system is depend on what you eat. So Ayurveda looks the food on what is this quality of the food. Is it Satvic? Is it rasic? Is it tamasik? What is the quantity of the food you want to take and what is needed for you? The time of the food you're consuming, the process of eating, how fast you're doing, how relaxed and rhythmic you're eating. when you're eating, who occupies your surrounding,
Yes.
who occupies your emotions. So the quality of the food, quantity of the food, time of eating, process of eating, emotions on your eating. These 5 factors are very important on consumption of your food. We all are living our life with the fundamental nutrition, that's the life energy. If he says carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, minerals, we agree the science. If that is the truth, then all these vitamins, minerals and carbohydrates, proteins can be manufactured in the factory. They can be taken in capsules. Is it true? No, none of the scientists, they are living only with these vitamins and minerals. Beyond all this, you need a life energy, the essence of your life, which you're taking from the nature. That essence can be classified into Satvic, rasic and tamasik. So the quality of the food, Ayurveda never defines protein, vitamin, minerals. It talks about prana, prana, prana.
Okay.
And we never differentiate, this is a vegetarian, this is a non-vegetarian, this is a vegan, this is a hybrid. No, not at all. The food which makes an impact on your body, mind and soul, that impact is classified Satvic, rasic, tamasik. Which is good? Is it Satvic is good, rasic is good, or tamasik is good? All are good. But what is your goal? What is your destination? How long you have to travel? If you have to travel for a few kilometers, you can take auto rickshaw. If you have to travel for a 30,000 kilometers and you have to go from India to Europe, you have to take a flight. So there, this body is a vehicle. Your destination is shorter. Whatever you eat, whatever you live, that depends on you. But if you have a longer destination, highest goal, we are here to guide you. Please understand the food as it is. We are not discriminating. We are not telling this is good, this is bad. We are telling food have a quality after its digestion. That qualities can be classified Satvic, rasic, tamasik. What your basic prakriti, or what is your genetic memory, where you are coming from and where you want to go. Based on this quality of the food can be chosen. It is very individualistic. It is very individualized. But you are your own boss. You can choose what you want. We are here to enlighten you. Food has certain qualities. Be aware while you eat what is the quality of this food, what I am eating. That's it.
So, help me out. What does it mean, rajasic, tamasik, sadvic?
It's very simple when we say food have its qualities. What? Food is having qualities? What qualities?
Yeah, that's news to me. I thought protein, vitamins, and fats.
So, you take a cup of water. You take a cup of, look like water, no smell, no color, but it is the fermented water which is called alcohol. Somebody drinks the water. After drinking, what impact it makes on the body? The same personality, take that so-called liquid, but it is an alcohol. After intake, what changes it makes?
Yeah, we all know that.
We all know that. What water makes, what alcohol makes. So, what you consume, it have its qualities. It makes the changes on your physical body. It makes the changes on your mind.
Yes.
Both. So, we may aware, oh, okay, water is good, alcohol is bad, so don't take alcohol. But is it only alcohol is bad, or so many other things are bad? There we are telling, Satvic, the food after digestion, which makes your body and mind in happy moment. It makes your body and mind in presence, in a present tense, and the nourishment to accept by the body without any effort or a strain. And after the nourishment, the toxins or the waste product should get eliminated without making any impact on your body. And your mind should have the harmony and the happiness each and every moment. That food is a Satvic food.
Okay, let me try to rephrase if I understood well. So Satvic is easy to digest,
Yes.
easy to process and eliminate. It makes my mind light and happy and in the present, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's Satvic.
Yes. So what are the Satvic foods?
Yes.
Every vegetables
Okay.
uncooked or semi-steamed without any spices.
Oh.
That food is called Satvic food. You can take uncooked or semi-cooked or semi-steamed without any spice.
Okay.
That's a Satvic food. It have a prana as it is.
Sprouts.
Yes. The essence of the earth is taken and it is given as it is. It's very easy for the body to digest it, and the nourishment will be taken by the body, and the byproduct after the digestion, the waste material will eliminate without any effort. After digestion, this food will nourish you. It will nourish the 7 layers of your body, and it will make you progress from within. Not only the physical body, you get a very strong structure. No, that is very rigid structure. You need a flexibility. Life is all about how flexible you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's not you need complete protein. No.
Okay.
You need a wholesome diet which should have a prana. When you take about vegetables, fruits, sprouts, then we say it's like, oh, some vitamins they're only in non-vegetarian. It's not the vitamin decides your life. The prana decides your life. You take the wholesome vegetables or a semi-cooked or a steam-cooked vegetables and sprouts and give your body exposure to sunlight.
Yes.
You will see the transformation of you. If you want a Satvic life, for us, we says everything good in your life, you have a self-satisfaction, you have a gratitude towards the divinity, you're blessed to have this life. The way you are, Satvic diet is good for you.
Okay.
No complaints. You take the Satvic diet, you will explore this existence as fullest. So who need a Satvic diet or who can follow the Satvic diet? Your life is in a comfort zone.
Yes.
Everything good around you. You want to maintain the health and happiness as it is.
Yes.
You have to take a Satvic diet and your body has to get exposure to sunlight and you should have enough water intake. You can maintain perfect physical health on the 7 layers. Your digestive system, your circulatory system, your muscles, your bone, your skin, your nervous system, your endocrine system, and the immunity will be the fullest. That's more than sufficient for you to lead a life for 100 years without any disease. That's a traditional wisdom which talks about.
Apart from the plants, anything else that is also Satvic, considered Satvic?
The plant derivatives are considered, the vegans are considered Satvic.
Can you give us some examples?
Anything a plant derivative. Even when you're taking the milk, the misconception we think milk is Satvic. No. Milk is rajasic.
Okay. Tell us how and what form of milk?
Any form of milk, it is rajasic. So anything which gives you a nourishment which is more than needed for you. So you say it's like a milk. Yeah, milk is needed. Your mother's milk is needed for you.
Yes.
Not the cow's milk. So mother's milk is needed, we consider the mother's milk is a part of you, that's Satvic. But at the age of 1.5, or 2, without educating you, without making you understand that milk is sufficient for you, forcefully you are removed from your mother's breast and feeded with a cow's milk. So a horrible thing happens to you at the childhood. You're disappointed. Something you start missing. Your brain, your intellectual says, this is not the same, this is not the same. But who's there to listen to you? Somebody educate their mind and says like, milk is needed. What milk is needed? It's a mother's milk is needed. At the age of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drink. If a mother is having enough milk to feed you, drink. It's nothing wrong. Physically and emotionally, the kid will progress very well. But we remove that and we are putting the cow's milk. What is cow's milk? It's cow is making the milk for its baby, and unfortunately we are stealing that milk and we are feeding. Cow knows my milk is getting stolen. What emotion it makes. So you're not drinking only that milk as a food. That emotions also you're taking. That is the animal kingdom. It is not your own breed. It is something else you're feeding. For what? To nourish you. You see, the nourishment is needed.
Needed or not needed.
We all know today all the milk, all the cow, it is medicated. It's not pure milk. We are putting a lot of vaccination to the cows not to get disease. Even the cow get a mild disease. We are loading with the antibiotics. So you are taking that milk and you are thinking, you're Satvic, I'm a vegetarian. You can be a vegetarian, but you're not Satvic, you are rajasic. You take a milk, you take spices, you take steamed non-veg, anything which is more than the nutrition needed for you or more energy which it produced in you, you'll be hyperactive. So rajasic is the people who's futuristic, who want to fulfill the actions with the shortest time. Normally we say they're the achievers.
Yes.
So can I take milk, can I take non-veg? It depends on your genetic memory. If your parents and the grandparents are the non-vegetarian and you have a physical work, what you eat to burn the complete calories, and after eating, which makes you relaxed and pleasant and without any aggression inside you, this non-vegetarian, this milk suits you. After drinking milk, after taking a non-veg, after taking certain spices, you feel discomfort, you feel heavy, you feel worthless. That is not suited for you. Don't think, oh, I need animal protein, I need milk, I need calcium. In your home, everyone having the same food, but only one person have a calcium deficiency, all others not having a calcium deficiency. One have a calcium deficiency, then we say like, oh, you're having a calcium deficiency, you take more milk. Then why not others? So calcium deficiency not with the milk, it is absorption of the nutrition which is taken from. So there we says, you want to be a rajasic, you are an action taker, you are working in a military, you are working on the field, you have to lift 200 kilos every day and you have to walk for 8 kilometers a day. Your body need a pure protein and you work hard and you burn the calories. There, if your genetic memory is a non-vegetarian, your generation is a non-vegetarian, and the land you live, which is cold in climate, you take non-veg, we appreciate that rajasic food suits you, you take that. Otherwise, we say, avoid as much as possible. No, I have a taste buds, I like it. Take once a while. We are not against on non-veg. Ayurveda never against on non-veg. Ayurveda says if you are a tamasik, if you're a Satvic and you want to be a rajasic at the time, if your genetic memory is having a non-veg memory, you take a non-veg as a medicine, it is going to help you.
Yes.
Even you meet an excellent Ayurveda physician, when they check your nadi, when they do complete health assessment, sometimes they may advise you certain period, one mandala for 48 days. Please take this non-veg in this format and at this time. So there, quality of the food is defined, quantity of the food also defined, and time of the food also defined. Generally, the people who take a non-veg, they used to take it at night. It produces ama, it produces indigestion in the stomach. So we say it's like, even you are from a non-vegetarian breed, you are coming from a generation who eat non-veg even 7 days a week. Fine, take the non-veg in the steam format only in the afternoon. Why in the afternoon? Afternoon, your digestion will be better, and our digestion is directly connected with the sun. So sun is very active in the afternoon. Whatever you eat, sun will help you to process the food and digestion easily. And afternoon you take, evening your body will have some physical movement. So what you eat from your stomach, it can move to the intestines, and the next morning it can very easily, it can evacuate it. But when you're taking it at night and you have less activity in your physical body, and after eating you go to sleep. When you sleep, what happens? Your body and mind and your nervous system, everything sleeps except your circulation. So the digestion not happening there. So you're cooking your food and you are keeping it. You mix everything and you keep it, and the next day you eat, how bad it will be. It's a rotten food, right? Same thing happens. You eat at night and it's not getting digested. It mixed with the previous meal, and the next day morning, your engine will get on and it will start digesting. Your body will absorb the rotten stuff.
So what quality is that rotten stuff?
Tamasik.
Aha, that's the third quality we didn't talk about.
Yes. So people who eat non-veg, they may think, I'm rajasic, I'm a futuristic, I'm a fighter, I'm an achiever. But unfortunately, you doesn't know how to consume, how to cook, and what time to eat, how the process of eating has to be done. You are taking this, and the digestion happens on the next day. This food is becoming a rotten food. Any food which is getting cooked and which is keeping to ferment it, after it get rotten and you consume, or this expired food, it is taken by your body, that is called dead food. Dead food will make a dead memories. So when we say, when the non-veg, when it is a rotten, that is, you eat as it is and it get rotten in your stomach, and after that the digestion happens and absorption happens, you are taking a completely a dead material. What this dead material will do, it will move your thought process towards the past. We all know our emotions, it's depend on where we are conscious. When you're living in the present, everything is wonders. When something is not wonder, when you're planning for the future, you're active, you can design your future, you can design your destiny. But we all know the past is absolutely dead. Nobody can go back to their past and correct their mistakes. But when you're taking a rotten non-veg or a deep fried non-veg, or the non-veg is not properly digested and it stays in the body longer than 24 hours, or you take alcohol, or you take curd, all these are the tamasik.
Curd is tamasik.
Absolutely, it's
in
tamasik.
all its form?
In all its form, curd is tamasik.
Whatever the milk you use, even freshly made at home.
Yes, it is freshly made and you're keeping it to ferment, right? You says it have a bacteria, it helps, it's a gut, it's good for gut. He says everything is wonderful for your annamaya kosham, it may help, but for your manomaya kosham, curd is a tamasik. a person who consume curd regularly, a person who consume curd regular, their thought process and their life will be mostly depend on the past. So we may say like, oh, he is a non-vegetarian, I'm a vegetarian. But every day I eat tair sadam, the curd rice and vada.
Vada fermented too.
Fermented and deep fried. It is not only fermented. What food is tamasik? A non-veg, which extremely cooked and spiced. And fermented, it can be alcohol, it can be a curd, or it can be a fermented cake. And any food which is deep fried. So you're making a chapati, you're putting some oil, it is not deep fried.
Yes.
But you are making a puri, putting inside oil and you're taking it, it is tamasik.
Okay.
Very easily we can...
Same ingredients cooked differently.
Same ingredient cooked differently. So one of my teachers says this in very pleasant way. He says like, you take a vegetables, you steam it and you keep it, you can have it, or the next day when you're looking at that vegetables, it gets rotten. Smell comes, right? The same vegetable, you take it and the boiled oil, you put the vegetable. It becomes a chips, right?
Dead.
You keep it outside, it never get rotten because the maximum you killed it.
Yes. What if I put it in the fridge?
A dead body you're keeping in a freezer, how it become alive?
Okay.
We talk about prana.
Okay, that's it.
We never talk about this is saturated fat, this is unsaturated fat. No. Prana is there or not. If a prana is there, it increases the prana. You take a dead material, it will make your body die faster. Not only the body, the mind too.
Actually, I can be my own experiment. So I look at like how I feel today, and then I can look at what I ate yesterday, especially maybe dinner time, of course, and then try to adjust already on my own. Like this seems to suit me. It makes me lighter. It makes me more full of energy, happier. That would be helping me to follow a Satvic diet.
Yes.
Is that correct?
You see, it's a very simple example. Sunday morning, you're getting ready for ashram. You have a little misunderstanding with search. And you're thinking, oh, okay, I go to ashram, I meditate, I come back, everything will be okay. You're going to ashram, you're meditating, wonderful, you feel the transmission, you feel awesome. After that, you're walking to the canteen and you are taking 4 puris and only 1 vata.
Okay.
Happily you're going home. He'll be waiting for you. You went to ashram and you're coming back and he'll be smiling. Then you'll be thinking, the hell, what you did yesterday, what you did in the morning, now how can you smile?
Mind.
Before eating this puri and vada, you are thinking you're going to ashram, you meditate. After that, you're going to meet him and everything will be okay. You are there to confess your mistakes and want it smooth. The guy who sits at home also, he may have a green tea and he'll be waiting for you. Coming back from ashram. Most of the families this happens. People morning they say, I'm going to the church, I'm going to the ashram. After that, what do you do? It matters. And you go back and the small mess, you make the biggest mess and you feel like, oh, after meditation, things get aggravated. Meditation is not suiting me. Not at all.
It's the breakfast.
It's a breakfast. You notice people. We did a lot of experiments. We are not the believers. We are not the followers. We are the people. We have our uniqueness. We call that yukti. We apply our brain and we analyze. Last 25 years, we did enough experiments on different sect of the people. So what we are talking, it's not like my grandpa told, my papa told, my Guruji told. Not at all. We did enough experiments. Food makes the major impact on an individual, on their physical body and their emotions.
So you actually have to decide what you want. Correct?
Yes.
Like I've never heard you tell someone, don't take vada. You said, do you want to have vada? Why do you want to have vada? Is that correct? So you have to ask yourself, what do I want?
It's very simple. If you're Satvic, if it's everything is happy, you take what is easily digestible to you, and after eating, after digestion, after elimination, you feel energetic, you feel pleasant. Just not only you feel pleasant, look your kith and kin who's around you, are they pleasant? Then that food is good for you, please follow it. No, I'm a rajasic, I'm a doer, I'm an action taker, I had to achieve this. I take spicy food, I take a steamed non-veg, I do workout. It makes you good, happy, that's good for you. If you're taking a rajasic food, you're doing all the workouts, you do everything best of your life, even after that, something is missing. Something is making a fear inside. My body is not well. My heart is not cooperating. I think my liver is a little straining. I'm doing everything good, but uncontrollable emotions. I'm hurting my wife. I couldn't control my anger with my kids. Understand, what you're eating, it's not suiting you. So you're taking extreme rajasic diet. You want to slow down. There, from a rajasic diet, you take a Satvic diet that we say is, like you're going into a high speed, and we say is like you make a neutral. No, you have to apply the brake. For you, we will advise, take little curd rice. Avoid a chicken, take 2 vadas. This protein is good for you. This food is very tasty for you. Try it. This is the Ayurvedic way of perception.
I see.
You are on a high speed. I can't keep you on the high speed. I should not allow you to overspeed you. I should not keep you maintaining that speed itself. So there, yes. So we say it's like, deep fried food is tamasik, fermented food is tamasik, curd is tamasik. In Ayurveda, there is a form of medicine which is called arishtam. Herbs which is processed and which is fermented for 45 days. That medicine we advise. So I told, Ayurveda never sees anything good and bad.
Yeah.
What it does on you.
Yes.
So some patients, yes, we advise curd as anupana, vehicle along with the food. Some people, we advise the food can be prepared and boiled in oil that can be taken. Some people, medicated alcohol, that's called arishtam. We Ayurveda Vaidyas, we advise. So tamasik is advised. Tamasik is advised for the extreme rajasic personality. Tamasik is advised. So who's already tamasik, who's lethargic, who's depressed, who's already rotten, he can't think anything positive, dumb and duck. For him, we says, what food you like, what spice you like, what makes your tongues tasty.
Taste.
Please take it, because you already like an anchor. You're putting a full brake, front brake, back brake, and even the hand brake completely.
Yes.
Okay. So there we had to say, no, move.
Push a little bit.
Push a little.
Foot on the accelerator.
Push a little. So there only we say is like, oh, okay. For you, spice, yes, it's good. You want to take a milk, it's a rajasi, wonderful. Take little garlic into the milk and take it. You like a non-veg? Yes. Take soup. How much? As much as you like. Add little pepper and turmeric with it. Is it healthy? Absolutely healthy. For you. Are you tamasik? For you, healthy.
Yeah.
So we are not discriminate food. This is non-veg, this is a veg, this is good, this is bad. We say how jal or water is a maha aushad. In the same way, food is amrita. The food is the nectar. You should know how to consume the quality of the food. It's very important. You should have a conscious awareness. Is it a Satvic or is it a Rajasic or is it Tamasik? When I have to take which food, that's art. It's very easy. Now you may get an understanding of the quality of the food. It is nutrition, vitamins, minerals, all we believe, but the prana and the emotions also important. If you wish to know more about the food, you can reach us at Yoga for Unity. The complete details we will be happy to deliver to you. So the quality of the food we defined. Now the quantity of the food.
So I want just to bring something. You said to know if you're going in the right direction. I was thinking, so you look how you feel and also the people around. It reminded me of Daaji in his wonderful book, Spiritual Anatomy, when he answers this question, how do I know that I'm progressing? And he says, ask two people, your mother and your spouse. If your mother says yes, you're getting better, you're getting less angry, or you're getting more happy, or more stable, more nice with people around, or your spouse says that, that's the proof that you are progressing. I think we can do the same with the food, no?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So thank you, Dr. Shree Varma. Wow, it was really fascinating to look at food in such a different way. It looks like a big laboratory, and I'm really eager to experiment and to become aware. So you're educating your patients and us here to experiment with the food and see what suits us, and also maybe look at the family tradition, obviously, of what our ancestors have been eating. Thank you so much. That was about the quality of the food. Next time you're taking us to quantity and time of taking food, and then we will look at how to consume and the emotion, the environment.
Yes.
Thank you so much for this session. I hope you join us again next week.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all for joining again. This time you have quite a lot of people who have joined on Zoom. And am I audible? Is that okay? Yes? Okay. So please, you can switch on your camera, and I hope you have enjoyed this session as much as I did when we recorded it. And now today, again, listening to the simple explanation and how we can make a difference in the quality of our food. So Dr. Shree Varma has joined us. I just saw him. Dr. Shree Varma, can you unmute so that we can see you? Yes.
Namaste all.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Happy to join with you on this beautiful evening here.
Very nice to have you again live with us. And please use the chat for your questions. There's already a question in the chat. And we know that this part usually brings a lot of questions. So please feel free to ask. You can also unmute and ask directly your question. So wonderful session. We have a first questions. What about eggs? We can start with that.
Egg is a Satvic. Egg is not making any emotional change on you. So how you process it, it matters. A steamed egg white, it helps you. If the egg is putting oil and fried, it become a rasic. If egg and other non-veg goes together, that become tamasik. So it depends on your family heritage. If you are a non-vegetarian heritage, you are taking egg weekly, thrice a day, it's fine. Make sure you have a physical workouts. Anytime you have an indigestion or a loss of appetite or a constipation or a body pain, avoid yellow portion of the egg. Otherwise, as per Ayurveda, egg is a permissible food. You can consume the maximum 3 days a week or alternate days. 2 days together, can I take egg? It can produce indigestion. So, depend on your digestion, depend on your physical work, you can consume egg.
Thank you. We have Harini who has a question. Would you like to unmute, Harini, and ask?
Hi, is my voice audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Namaste. I really enjoyed this session, and it was really, it was very revealing for me. So I am looking at it as a perspective of a mother and a family, who's cooking it for my family. So to know, how do we know, or how is there a way where we can find out for myself and for my family members what is the basic prakriti, so that I can customize the food according to them?
Yes, we do a online health assessment. So you can reach us wellness@heartfulness.org or Yoga for Unity. Please share your contact. One of our doctors will reach you. We have a questionnaire. It may take a 20 minutes time. For this online service from Wellness by Heartfulness, you can get it as free of cost. We wish to help you to understand you better. Then be sensitive with what you eat, how you drink, whom you breathe. That's the basics of basic that which provides you energy. We are always here to help you to understand your preference.
Thank you so much, and be grateful. So shall I send an email to Yoga for Unity, or and
Yeah,
then
yes. You can send an email. We will be get back to you. Otherwise, you can write down 9500946639. That's Mr. Shiva.
if you can,
You can send your details on a WhatsApp. Within 24 hours, you will get a message from any one of our doctors. They will schedule a call as mutual convenient time, and they will help you.
if you can just put that number in the chat box, I'd be grateful, so I can just
Yeah, please
save
do
it.
it. Please do.
Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate all the insights that you've given today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the number has come in the chat if you want to have a look. Next question we have Himanshu. Would you like to unmute and ask your question? Himanshu,
Good evening, brother. Again, I would like to express my gratitude for this wonderful session. I just wanted to know that I was very surprised to know that fermented food is also. I was always thinking it is very Satvic, but I just got to know that it is also tamasik. So is idli dosa also tamasik? And the second related question to this is that ideally what should we be eating at night? Because I'm struggling with this a little bit. So I would be very grateful if you could please clarify this.
See, is it idli dosa is tamasik or a non-veg is tamasik? That is a detailed study we will go. For me, the fire is a fire. Where you put the fire, it matters. I have a fire, I can throw it on a water, this fire get dissolves. I can throw this fire on a petrol, it multiplies. So the food have its own quality and you have your own quality. So try to understand where you are and how this food acts on you. For me, if you ask idli, is a tamasik? Yes, absolutely idli is a tamasik. What tamasik do? It slow down your agni. Is it good? If for a rajasic person who's taking idli, it is absolutely perfect. That will move him towards the sattvic. If a tamasik person takes idli, it will make him more tamasik. So, understand the quality of the food, it never varies. If fermented, it is a fermented. It will pull you towards the past, yes. It will slow down your activities, your agni will get slowed down, yes. If your agni is getting slowed down, that is like, like a fuel. The oil is less or the petrol is less, the vehicle's performance will come down. The same way, you are highly active, highly energetic. You take a idli in the morning, it's wonderful. So, more than understanding what is sattvic, what is rajasic, what is tamasic, try to understand what prakriti you are, what food you are liking, what taste you are liking, what time you are active. Morning is making you active, or afternoon making is active, or evening is making you active. How is your thought process? Are you always a positive personality thinking about future, or you are just relaxed, let it go guy? Or is it the past memories and the emotions which bothers you more? This will define your manomaya kosha. So which is good? Is it Satvic is good? Is it rasic is good? Is it tamasik is good? This says your awareness is good. Nothing to say Satvic is good, nothing to say is it a rajasic is good, nothing to say tamasik is good. Are you aware which mano prakriti you are, which sharirik prakriti you are? Are you vada prakriti or pitta prakriti? Are you kapha prakriti? Which energy dominates you on the physical level? Which energy dominates you on the emotional level? When you meditate, are you peaceful? You see, like even we are the preceptors, we are the trainers. Most of us, we depend on how the Abhyasi convey the answers. Very few people like who trained in Ayurveda traditionally, we say darshanam sparshanam. When somebody sits with us, the vibrations makes us feel how they are inside. Otherwise, you have to say how you feel into the meditation. You are active in your life. When you meditate, you close your eyes, you are peaceful, you are observing the pranahuti. It is great. Nothing to worry about. For all of us, the physical body, how we are concentrating, that helps on our emotions. That emotions helps on our peacefulness and harmony on our soul. So the purpose of all this understanding and awareness, your spiritual journey has to be peaceful. So you are taking idli dosa, after that also you are peaceful on your meditation, your appetite is fine, your bowels is fine, your sleep is fine, physically you are active, emotionally you are happy, you can do meditation peacefully. Don't worry about idli dosas. Enjoy the food. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
And about the night, brother, I said what to be eaten at night.
Night, I think like next session we will talk about it. That's 3 hours before your sleep. Please try to complete your meal.
Okay.
3 hours before sleep. Normally, if you are sleeping by 10 o'clock, you have to complete your dinner by 7 o'clock. It's not like 7 o'clock you start your dinner and you talk, chit chat, and you complete 7:30 or 8. I say like you complete by 7. If you are sleeping by 11 o'clock up to 8 o'clock, it is fine. So what you can eat, half a portion of a carbohydrate and half the portion of a fiber. So if you like a carbohydrate, take a half a portion the vegetables, majority steamed vegetables. In 1 or 2 days, you couldn't maintain, you have a meetings, you have a party, that's fine. If your dinner is going late by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I say after dinner, make a rhythmic slow walk for 20 minutes. Before going to bed, take a cup of lukewarm water. That is, it's a cheat code to make your Agni do proper work. Do once a while a late dinner, it is okay. Don't have a guilt on that. If the food is late night, I say your walk should be a 20 minutes walk and a lukewarm water. It will help you to digest. If you are eating and you're going to the bed as soon as possible or within a half an hour you're going to the bed, it will produce the toxin in your stomach that can be a positive factor for a chronic disease or very common chronic disease, diabetes and blood pressure. That's indigested food or a late night dinner is a positive factor. Hope I made you clear.
Yes, thank you.
We will also review that in detail in the next session as announced by Dr. Varma. So you will be able to know more about what to eat when, okay? Timing and quantity, we'll talk about that. Talking about food takes a lot of time. That's why we had to make 2 sessions on that. Thank you for your question. There's another question. After my food, usually I feel drowsiness. It will take me half an hour to come back to normal. What to do? So Prema, if you want to open your camera, maybe you have directed the question only to me, but that's a nice question. So what to do, Doctor?
So here, after food or just after the food, if you feel heavy or drowsy, that you have to check the quantity of the food what you are consuming. The quantity first. Are you overeating? For example, of you take a 4 idlis, please cut down to 3 idlis. So then one is like reduce 25% of the quantity. Then how you chew, it matters. How you chew and eat. If chewing is not happening proper just after the food, it will make a heaviness on your stomach. The hydrochloric acid or a pepsin, all these things can't take the food easy to digest. So you will feel a little tamasik, little sleepy, little drowsy. So two things you can do. One is the quantity 25% you can reduce and chew well and eat. And avoid the heavy foods, that is like anything deep fried, that can be avoided. Any too much of oils, that can be avoided. And do little breathing exercise every day morning. This will help you to recover completely. In case any challenges after this change, please write to us. We'll be very happy to help you.
Prema, you have a phone number?
Phone number for a WhatsApp reach.
Yeah, it's there in the chat, Prema, if you want to use it. You were also asking, how do I know my Prakriti? Same thing. I think a little guidance from the professionals is important. What you're learning is small things to start to be aware and to start to make changes. But obviously, you know, there's a lot of information that has come in those first 2 sessions. There'll be more coming up. And to open your mind and to open your eyes, but then get a guidance so that you get to know yourself better. Okay, so don't hesitate to reach out.
I gave 2 contact numbers. One is Mr. Shiva, another one is Dr. Ajita. Any one number you can reach. So they will be helping you on a health assessment to make you understand better your body. And anybody needs to learn yoga or the heartfulness yoga or the breathing exercise, please send a request in that numbers. We will be helping you.
So we have, maybe we'll take one more question. Is that okay? We have one more question from Kaveri. Would you like to ask your question? Yes. Please unmute. Sister, you're still muted. Can you unmute?
Yeah, so people tell that I'm losing weight, but I don't find the reason for that. I'm doing yoga asanas. I'm eating my food 2 times, but not at night. And I'm drinking milk, curd, and because doctor advised me to take milk and curd, Siddha doctor. So I'm taking milk at night and curd in the morning and lunch in the afternoon. I eat a balanced diet, all the vegetables and carbohydrates and proteins I guess, but still I'm losing weight, but I don't know the reason for that. So I just want to.
Sister, we should know what is your hemoglobin level. Please write this to Dr. Ajita. That's 9500946636. She will guide you. For me, I say it's like food, water, breathe. If it's aligned, the 4th energy source is a sunlight. Are you getting exposure to sunlight? Please ask yourself. Morning sunlight, you can get an exposure. Then we may need your blood report. We may need your bowel system. So you speak to Dr. Ajita tomorrow or Monday. She can guide you. Because I don't want your individual health condition on the public forum. We will be helping you. We will solve your issues. Sure.
Thank you. Is there any more question in the chat? We have gone through the questions. Do we have other people you can directly unmute and ask your questions? Or you can use the chat. We can take maybe one more question if you would like.
I have a question. It's okay.
Please go ahead, Harini.
So I wanted to ask if there is a if this food is connected to age, like is there a specific type of food that is recommended for, let's say, children below 6 years and during the teenage years, because the body requirements is different for them. So is there some specific guidance that we can get for this?
Yes. Is it Varun's mother is this?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You see, kids are kapha prakriti. So when you are giving the food for the kids, make sure you should have a lot of sliminess. That is like a ghee or oil can be there for the kids. So that will nourish them. They need a nourishment for them. You give a milk, you give them curd, you give them potato. It is absolutely fine. Only thing you have to avoid for kids is deep fried food. Anything deep fried, please avoid for kids as much as possible. They like ice cream, they like chocolates at daytime. That is the afternoon, little quantity you are giving. It is a madhura rasam. It's a sweet in taste and it is a guru, heavy to digest. If it's an afternoon, it will digest very well. It will help for their energy. When it comes to this diet can be followed from birth to 18-year-old. They can take a sweets, they can take a heavy food. It is absolutely fine in the afternoon. The food is kapha. They are overeating. Don't try to cut the food. Make them play well. They will be, if they're eating a sugar, so normally pediatrician, my doctor Dolly may say like don't use sugar, it will make them hyperactive. For me, I say it's absolutely fine. If they are hyperactive, they will be sportive, they will be playful. Don't try to control. They have to drain this energy. Make it sure it has to be taken from morning till the evening, not late evening. So that's for the kids, that is the food. No much restrictions. Deep fried avoid. When the 20 to 40, body will be into the pitta prakriti, the energy of the fire. So energy of the fire, we says no restriction on the food. Literally, we says like no restriction on the food. If your physical body is having 90 minutes workout or your work is making you to sweat, then we say like, oh, is it rasic, tamasik? I say like all be aware what you are eating, how your emotions are reacting. Based on that, you regulate. Generally, 20 to 40, your pitta will be dominant. Your manomaya kosham will be in the rajasic. You will be highly active. That activeness is very normal. Be happy about it. Don't have a guilt inside. You're normal. You're absolutely normal. When it reaches 40, the vata will go aggravate. So vata goes aggravatous. Your aging process starts there. The air energy will get imbalanced. It will destroy the bone, nerve, and your immune system. So there he says, please regulate your diet. If anybody, even by birth, they are non-vegetarian, their Agni is very well, they have a physical work, I say 40 is the age to look. Prepare for a peaceful aging. I say avoid non-veg at any cost. After 40, please stop it. Avoid anything deep fried. Avoid carbonated water. Avoid potato as much as possible. So anything which aggravates vata, please reduce. And people who's troublesome around you, 20 to 40, please be with them. You also that, your surrounding also that, all rajasic. You can manage. I said you can hit any balls. You can play well. But after 40, please be sensitive. Whom you work with. If a person is creating anxiety in you, that person is creating a fear in you, I say, please give a space to them. You're not for them. Otherwise, what happens? Oh, I'm taking all the food is proper. I have a nutritionist there giving something, I'm following it. But you have somebody repeatedly to create a fear in you, that will create a shallow breath. When shallow breath, will make disturbance in your air energy. Vada is Ruksham Lahu Haram. So if your Vada, if your Prana is getting too much of dryness, it will destroy the synovial fluids or the lubrications it will destroy. I say like not only the food, its emotions also can aggravate Vata. So be cautious. For the kids, it's wonderful. The kapha aggravating food, they are taking it, it will suit them, no problem. The mid-age is a pitta. If they need to do a physical workout, ask yourself, what's my age? Am I fitting into 20 to 40? 90 minutes workout need. You run, you walk, you go swim, you do cycling. Don't mind. But 90 minutes your physical body to work out, then you can take a rasic food. That structures you, that makes you strong. After 40, please regulate your food as much as possible. Avoiding the food will make you more happy. After 40, if somebody is coming, even a mom or a mother-in-law says like, I feel very stressful, just reduce their food. That will help them.
Thank you, Guru. I think this was a detailed explanation. I got a lot out of it, and I'll definitely contact you for more, maybe personalized details for my family. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Can we have a love to Varun? We guys are missing him.
Thank you. We'll be back soon.
Thank you, Dr. Shree Varma. I always enjoy the session. I always learn something new. How many times I've heard, the section of food, and I hope you have enjoyed also as much as I did. I wish all our yoga students would also learn. You make it playful, you make it interesting, and we just want to experiment and to find out what is true for me. What is true is what I observe around in my family. So I really like this very, very practical sessions. Would you like to end with a remark from your side and maybe open for the next session of food? So I'll give you the last word for this session.
For me, the quality of the food, quantity of the food, and the process of eating, all this is important. More than that, when you eat, what emotions is inside. When you cook the food, what emotions inside it matters. So always in my talk, I say, what you eat, what you drink, whom you breathe. That when I say whom you breathe is your emotions. So most of us, all the abhyasis of heartfulness, we know what is the prayerful mode. So I give a simple advice. You're passionate towards cooking. I say, please feel. You are preparing something for your soul, not for your body. So be in prayerful. How you meditate, be in that mode and you cook the food. The same way, when you eat food or when you serve to your husband or a mother or with a kid, be with that mode. You are helping a soul to be healthy on this earth, to experience all the best things. It starts with the food. So the prayerful mode is more important than anything else what we are talking, the technicals. We talk about carbohydrate or protein or nutritions or even Satvic, rasic, tamasik. More than all, your emotions, it get connect with the food and that makes the real you. So be in a prayerful mode, even on a cooking or eating, or even on a survey. This is what I learned from my master. I'm very humble to share that one mantra on food. Be in a prayerful mode with the food. I'm very thankful for your time and we all together on this heartful communication of food. I'll be very happy to meet you all on next week, also the same Saturday. Meantime, any questions on health or food, water, breathe, or your daily routine, feel free to write to Yoga for Unity. So we will be prepared. We have an experts. We have the trained yoga teachers with us. We have a complete, fully qualified and experienced yoga and Ayurveda physicians are at Wellness by Heartfulness. You can reach them in person, or you please write to us. If you're Abhyasi, please mention that. So for Abhyasis, all these consultations and make you healthier, that we feel it's our duty to give our hands to our fellow brothers and sisters. Don't hesitate to write or reach to us. We are a part of your family. We want you to be healthy. So anytime you can text us, depend on the availability, the doctors will reach you. They will be ready to help you. Thank you all. Thanks for this beautiful evening to discuss together. Thank you.
Many thanks. Namaste.